In this video, we're going to be looking at Little Moons, the mochi ice cream brand that went from niche curiosity to global sensation. But we're not just looking at their growth story. This is a great example of how strategy, sustainability, and innovation intersect. This is what the Strategizer team call being a sustainability master, adjusting the activities so that they are environmentally friendly and positively impact society, even if that leads to higher costs. You can find out more about creating innovation value propositions based on activity differentiation in their book The Invincible Company. We're going to explore how the Little Moons business model has evolved through the lens of corporate social responsibility and how it connects to the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. According to legend, Vivian Wong set up Little Moons with her brother Howard in 2010, inspired by and working from their parents' bakery. By 2015, Little Moons was a small family-run business in London trying to introduce mochi ice cream to audiences in the UK, Europe and Australia. The UK audience had no idea that mochi is a Japanese rice flour dough that is steamed and pounded to give it a distinctive texture. Their business model was simple: sell to Japanese restaurants, get into a few specialty Asian supermarkets, and educate customers one sample at a time. Fast forward to 2026, and Little Moons is a global brand sold in major supermarkets across Europe, Asia Pacific, the Middle East and North America. A viral TikTok trend catapulted them into the mainstream retail in 2021. They were no longer a novelty, they were a premium snacking category of their own. Back in 2015, the focus was on market creation and survival. Corporate social responsibility was probably not a strategic priority, but with scale, CSR becomes more of a factor. A sustainable value proposition built on value-based relationships with your customer segments starts by asking the question: how might we reconfigure our activities to have a positive environmental or social impact? Sustainability-driven configuration of activities means cutting out those activities that hurt people or the environment whilst engaging in those that add benefit, even if that means additional costs that are based on impact. Let's look at what the Little Moons business model might look like if we apply a CSR-weighted lens to the canvas. The value proposition can now be described as responsible indulgence based on sustainability, quality, and innovation. It is built upon traceable ingredients, recyclable packaging, and smaller portion sizes. The customer segments that we might focus on now are environmentally conscious consumers and ESG-focused retailers. Value-based relationships will be built on transparency and trust. Being open and honest about the challenges faced in delivering the value proposition demonstrates that Little Moons share the values of their customer community. The channels are now the big supermarket chains, grocery delivery services, and online platforms, keeping sustainability at the forefront of website messaging, company reports, and events. These value-side changes contribute to revenue streams in the form of premium retail sales and eco-labelled product lines. Of course, changing elements on the right side has implications for the infrastructure blocks on the left side of the canvas. What are the key activities that will be needed to deliver responsible indulgence based on sustainability, quality, and innovation? The focus shifted to carbon reduction and waste minimisation across all operations. There is also the need to provide regular reports on progress towards environmental, social and governance goals and objectives. In 2023, Little Moons also introduced sustainability training to build awareness and understanding across their supply chain. That's important for ensuring an ethical supply chain based on strong working supplier relationships. Other key resources include renewable energy sources and innovative packaging. We're talking about a food product, so packaging is essential to keep it safe, but Little Moons work hard to ensure that packaging materials are made from recycled and certified content. As a result, 96% of the consumer packaging is recyclable, and products are shipped in 100% recyclable corrugated cardboard. Key partnerships include the strong working relationships with sustainable suppliers, providers of renewable energy, and certification bodies that ensure these sustainable credentials are present and correct. For example, in 2024, Little Moons became a certified B Corp. This certification is awarded by B Lab to businesses that meet high standards of social and environmental performance, transparency, and accountability. The Sustainability Master business model means that activities are adjusted so that they are environmentally friendly and positively impact society, even if that leads to higher costs. The cost-side elements of delivering the value proposition are likely to result in higher costs for sustainable materials and energy-efficient equipment. The shift in this business model shows how sustainability becomes a strategic differentiator, not just an exercise in compliance. So now let's look at how this business model relates to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. There are 4 SDGs where Little Moon's evolution is especially relevant. SDG 12, Responsible Consumption and Production. This is a big one. Packaging redesign, waste reduction, responsible sourcing. These are all central to the Little Moon's modern strategy. SDG 13 is climate action. Cold chain logistics and energy-intensive production mean carbon footprint matters. In the new business model, renewable energy and efficient refrigeration become strategic levers. SDG 9 is about industry, innovation and infrastructure. Scaling responsibly requires innovation, from energy-efficient factories to low-impact packaging. And SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. Switching to renewable energy directly reduces operational emissions. You could also make connections to SDG 14 and SDG 15, life below water and life on land, through reductions in packaging waste and agricultural sourcing. So what does the Little Moon's example show us? Well, it shows us something important. Innovation gets you noticed, going viral gets you scale, but CSR gets you longevity. This case study shows how we can use the Sustainability Master business model to change which activities are performed and how they combine to create and deliver value to customers. It also provides a good example of how sustainability and strategy now go hand in hand. Modern business models must integrate environmental and social responsibility as a core part of how value is created and delivered. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this one, hit like and let us know in the comments what sort of examples you'd find most useful. Then subscribe and get alerted for future video posts.